At 80 years old, Tom Selleck has reached a moment in life where reflection outweighs restraint. After decades of success, discipline, and carefully guarded privacy, he has finally spoken openly about one of the most important influences on his life and career, James Garner. Not just a fellow actor, but a mentor, a moral compass, and the quiet example Selleck tried to live up to throughout his career. Thomas William Selleck was born on January 29, 1945, in Detroit, Michigan, into a working-class family that later relocated to Sherman Oaks, California. Growing up in Southern California during the post-World War II era, Selleck's early passion was not acting, but sports, particularly basketball. He attended the University of Southern California on a basketball scholarship, playing for the USC Trojans while studying business administration. At the time, acting was never part of the plan. That changed when a drama coach at USC encouraged him to take acting classes. What began as curiosity soon became purpose. Selleck appeared in commercials, including the now famous Pepsi ads of the late 1960s, and discovered that the camera suited him. His height, natural charisma, and understated confidence made him stand out, but his path forward was anything but easy. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, Selleck worked steadily but without major recognition, appearing in guest roles on television shows and even competing on The Dating Game. These years tested his patience and perseverance, but they also shaped his professionalism. One of the most meaningful relationships he formed during this period was with James Garner, a man who would quietly influence the rest of his life. Selleck came close to several career-defining roles during these years, most notably Indiana Jones. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas favored him for Raiders of the Lost Ark, but scheduling conflicts with his television contract prevented him from accepting the role. It was a disappointment, but one that fate soon balanced. In 1980, Selleck became a household name when he was cast as Thomas Magnum in Magnum P.I. With Hawaiian shirts, a Ferrari, and his now iconic mustache, Selleck embodied a new kind of television hero. Charming but grounded, tough yet emotionally accessible. The show ran for 8 seasons, earning him both an Emmy and a Golden Globe, and cemented his status as one of the defining television stars of the 1980s. Selleck transitioned seamlessly into film, proving his range with roles in Three Men and a Baby, 1987, one of the highest-grossing comedies of its decade, and Quigley Down Under, 1990, which showcased his love for westerns and classic American masculinity. He was equally comfortable with humor, drama, and quiet introspection. In later years, Selleck reinvented himself once again. Since 2010, he has starred as Frank Reagan in CBS's long-running drama Blue Bloods. As the patriarch of a family of law enforcement officers, he brought dignity, restraint, and emotional gravity to the role, qualities shaped by decades of life experience. It became yet another defining chapter in a career marked by endurance rather than excess. Selleck's personal life reflected the same values. From 1971 to 1982, he was married to model Jacqueline Ray. During that marriage, he legally adopted her son, Kevin Shepard, a decision that revealed his deep sense of responsibility and commitment to family. Kevin later became a professional musician, achieving success as a drummer for the band Tonic. In 1987, Selleck married Gilly Joan Mack, a British actress and dancer he met while attending a performance of Cats in London. Their relationship was deliberately private and deeply enduring. Together, they welcomed a daughter, Hannah Margaret Selleck, in 1988. Hannah chose a life far removed from Hollywood, becoming a highly respected competitive equestrian, something Selleck has spoken of with immense pride. The Selleck family made their home on a 60-acre avocado ranch in Hidden Valley, California, once owned by Dean Martin. There, Selleck embraced ranch life, maintaining the property himself. In a 2012 People interview, he joked that working the land was far more satisfying than going to the gym. "I hate sitting on a stationary bike staring at my navel," he said. I'd rather fix roads and clear brush. For Selleck, the ranch became a symbol of balance, an antidote to Hollywood's chaos. At 80, with his career secure and his legacy established, Selleck finally allowed himself to speak openly about James Garner. His admiration began long before they met. Growing up, Selleck watched Maverick, captivated by Garner's effortless charisma. Garner was different. He wasn't larger than life. He was real. Tough without bravado, funny without cruelty, authentic in a way Hollywood rarely allows. When they eventually worked together on the Rockford Files, Friends and Foul Play, Selleck expected distance. Instead, he found warmth. Jim didn't have a phony bone in his body, Selleck has said. Garner treated everyone, crew, cast, executives, with the same respect. That lesson stayed with him. Garner became more than a colleague. He became a guide. He warned Selleck about ego, entitlement, and the dangers of fame. He emphasized character over career, family over applause. Those lessons shaped Selleck's decisions, including his choice to step away from Hollywood's relentless pace to focus on his family. What Selleck admits now, at 80, is how deeply indebted he feels. Garner showed him it was possible to be both a star and a good man, both admired on screen and respected off it. Garner's long marriage to Lois Clark became a model Selleck quietly followed. He showed me who I wanted to be, Selleck said, not just as an actor, but as a man. In finally telling the truth, Selleck isn't revealing scandal, he's revealing gratitude. James Garner wasn't just part of his career, he was part of his moral foundation. I owe him more than I can ever repay, Selleck admits. James Garner set the standard for everything I tried to be, and even now I'm still trying to live up to it.